Hi there, and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial where I'm going to be teaching you, yes you, Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to sum up this lesson with 6 different rules that we have learned in the previous exercises. Now, if you didn't watch the previous exercises, I suggest you go back and take a look at those before we give it away with this rule. So we have to generate a rule in exercise number 8 for horizontal and vertical shifts of an absolute value graph, and then also generate a rule for graphs that are narrower and wider. So we saw that when we subtract inside an absolute value, it's going to shift right. When we add inside an absolute value, it's going to shift left. Then we saw in exercises numbers 4 and 5 that when you subtract outside the absolute value, it's going to shift down. When you add outside the absolute value, it's going to shift up. Here's 4 rules so far. And finally, in the previous 2 exercises we just looked at, we saw that when you multiply by a number, I'll call it a, greater than 1, it's going to make it narrower. And when you multiply, and I'll call it a again, our number is going to be called a, by a number between 0 and 1, it's going to get wider. And we don't say equal to either of these, because if it's equal to 1, you're multiplying it by 1. And if you multiply by 1, it doesn't change it. And if you multiply by 0, it cancels the whole thing out, and it doesn't become an absolute value graph anymore. It just becomes a horizontal line at 0. So we don't want to multiply by 0 or by 1, so we just make less than to show that it's between 0 and 1. Okay? So those are your 6 rules for absolute value functions. And if you wanted a bonus rule here, you could add in a bonus rule that says when you multiply by a number that's less than 0 or a negative number, it's going to flip the absolute value upside down. So there's your bonus rule. You just got 6 free rules and 1 bonus rule in this video. So if these rules are helpful in helping you understand what's being done to these absolute value functions we're looking at, give this video a thumbs up. And you're now ready for lesson number 2, where we're going to look at more absolute value transformations. Thank you for watching.